Why is it that bad habits are so easy to pick up and good habits are so difficult to stick to? Seems pretty unfair sometimes, doesn't it? Well, we're here to fix that. And as an example, let's take a habit that many people wish they had and not many people have. Exercise. In this video, you'll see why I did a challenge of exercising every single day for 100 days straight, and you'll discover the 5 things you need to make any habit stick for good. So why exercise? I guess we all know the benefits of exercise. Mainly that it makes you look good naked, right? There's also a bunch of other stuff, health benefits, makes your brain work better, all this kind of stuff. But let's be honest, you know why you want to exercise. Everybody wants to be fit. So let's just skip to the next part. What are the 5 things you can do to make an exercise habit, or basically any other habit, really stick for good? Number 1, focus on consistency above all else. So like I said, I did an exercise challenge. And what was my goal for this exercise challenge? To get as strong as possible? No. To get visible abs? No. To make the most dramatic before and after physique transformation, because that makes for a really good thumbnail for a video like this? No. So then what was my goal? Simple. To exercise consistently for 100 days straight. That was my challenge. Every single day I need to exercise, and if I miss a single day, I have to reset my counter to 0. Pretty hard workout day today, but it just always feels good to be here. Even if I have a bad start to the day, usually by the time I'm done with gym, I feel so much better. That's what I was focusing on, nothing else. All I want to do is build that habit of showing up every single day to do the thing. The way this worked for the challenge is that Monday through Saturday, I went to the gym every single day to do a workout, and Sunday was my active recovery day. So that was the day where I didn't go to the gym, and instead I did some yoga, some stretching, take long walks and things like that. And that is mainly because I didn't want to overload myself. It was pretty intense to do the 6 days of exercising every week at the gym already. This focus on consistency makes a huge difference. Because as long as you have a different goal, such as I want to get in shape as quickly as possible, or I want to get as strong as possible as quickly as possible, it changes your perspective and it lets your ego get in the way. You end up piling more and more weights, you end up pushing too hard, and that's usually how you get injured, or you do a crash diet that's no good for you, and then you look good briefly, and then you just go back to the weight you had before, and so on. None of these things actually help. And in fact, having a goal like that and rushing towards it as fast as possible actually just harms your fitness goals in the long term. So that's why rule number 1 is focus on consistency over anything else. And of course, it's cool to have a dramatic before and after body transformation. But if you do something like that, where you kind of crash diet and dehydrate and change the lighting and all kinds of stuff just to have a cool after pic, I'm not really interested in that. I don't want to be the guy who was really fit that one time for a week. I want to be the guy who's always really fit. So consistency matters more. Number 2, anchor your habit. Counterintuitively, doing more is sometimes easier than doing less. This is why I went to the gym every single day. Here's how that works. I want to start my day with gym. It is basically the first thing I do in the morning. The gym I go to gets pretty busy at around 7:15. At 7:30 now, this place is absolutely crammed. And it opens at 6:30. So if I want to get a good workout in without having to stand in line waiting to use the bench press or something like that, I basically have to be there at 6:30 every single day. And that's what I do. I'm usually the first guy to walk in. Doing this is easier than, say, exercising 3 days a week at whatever time. Because think about it, if your habit isn't anchored to a specific time every single day, then what's gonna happen? If you go Monday, okay, I'm supposed to exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but today I don't really feel like it. I'm not gonna exercise in the morning, I'll do it in the afternoon. And then in the afternoon I go, I'm in the middle of something, I'll do it in the evening. Before you know it, Monday's over and you just tell yourself, I'll exercise tomorrow. And then Tuesday comes around and maybe again you don't quite feel like it, and you know where this is going, right? Basically, the less strongly anchored your habit is, the easier it is to make excuses, and the harder it is to stick with it. Because if you exercise 3 days a week, what are you practicing? 3 days a week, you're practicing going to the gym. 4 days a week, you're practicing not going to the gym. So this is why I go to the gym 6 days a week, and it actually makes the habit easier. And look, getting up that early to be the first in the gym every day, it wasn't easy. The first 2 weeks or so of this were really brutal, and I didn't get enough sleep, and I hadn't adapted to the new training intensity yet, and it was really difficult. I did not enjoy it. Today was the 10th day of 6:30 in the morning gym every day. I struggle with sleep basically. Even though I go to bed early enough, I tend to wake up too early or have very restless sleep or whatever. I basically haven't slept well. Because this week I've just been feeling like a zombie most of the time, and this needs to be fixed. But stick with it long enough and it does become easy. What I experience is that like 5 or 6 weeks in, I'm waking up every day at 5:30 without an alarm, and at that point not going to the gym feels strange, and it's harder to do than just going to the gym because it's just what you do. And that's how habits work. But in order to get that effect, in order to make it easy and even automatic, you have to do the same thing over and over again. Repetition forms habits. Repetition forms habits. Number 3, don't go it alone. This is so simple, but I think it's overlooked. For this 100-day challenge period, I wasn't going to the gym alone. Most days, Jonas and Dean were joining me at the gym. And it's just easier to get up early and go to the gym when you know that your friends are waiting there for you. And also, it's more fun to exercise when you're not alone. You can support each other, help each other out. There can be some friendly competition going on. It's just more enjoyable. And if something's more enjoyable, you're more likely to do it. Whatever goals you have, I guarantee you're not the only one. And I guarantee that if you're sitting here wishing that, oh man, I wish I had some people to go to the gym with, or I wish I had some people to do this other cool thing with, I bet there's other people you know who are wishing the same thing. So simply take the first step, be the one to invite your friends, and make this so much easier for yourself. Number 4, keep track. In every gym session, I write down every exercise, every rep, every set I do on a piece of paper like this. And then when I get back home, I enter all of the numbers into a spreadsheet. So I have a nice overview of the exercise program and the progress I'm making. Why is this important for forming a habit? Well, first of all, you have to have a clear program that you're following. If you just show up to the gym and like randomly do some exercises, that's not going to last. If you know exactly what you have to do every single day, that makes it easier to stick to. And also, you're trying to progress. Because, first of all, that's how training works. You have to be doing more reps or more weight or something to make progress. But also, progress is motivating. So by keeping track, you always have a number to beat. You're always trying to do one more rep than last time, or maybe add a little bit more weight than last time. And it's really motivating to see your progress in these numbers. Here are some of the highlights from the results that we got. My leg press 1 rep max went from 133 kilograms to 157 kilograms. Dean went from being able to do 0 ring dips to doing 8 reps in a set. Jonas almost doubled his chin-ups from a maximum of 6 to 11. Number 5, keep it simple. We started out with a very simple training program. It's push-pull-leg split, which means that we do the same set of exercises twice a week. In each workout, we do 4 different exercises, and basically what this means that every day you show up to the gym, you know exactly what you have to do. There's no making decisions, there's no trying to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. You just show up and you get into the routine. You know, okay, it's Monday, here are the 4 exercises we're doing. And once again, repetition makes habits.
It's helped me so much to have a simple routine. Like even on the days where I've come here alone, I know exactly what I'm doing.
But another reason why this is important is because it's easier to stick to a simple system than to a complicated one. A mistake people make with exercise, but also with other habits, is to try to do too much at first, to try to start out with, the best workout program and something just overly complicated and complex. And once again, remember rule number 1, consistency matters more than anything else. So keep it simple, make it easy for yourself to stick to this. Over time, we did start to add some details and some tweaks to this training program. And it makes sense that, the more experience you have, the more you're able to actually make use of a highly complex training program. But start simple. Think of it like this. You know those videos where it's like how this celebrity got huge for this superhero role? And they show you the exercise, with some special trainer, and they do all these complicated exercises, and they have electrostimulating the muscles while standing on a vibrating plate and stuff like that. Our program is basically the opposite of that. Everything is just really, really simple, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So these are the 5 things to make an exercise habit stick for good. Focus on consistency, anchor your habit, don't go it alone, keep track, and keep it simple. So how did it go? Was this experiment a success? Well, yes. All right, that's 100 days done. 0 days missed. I did the 100 days, and right now, as I'm recording, I'm on roughly day 120, and there's no signs of stopping. Now notice, as I went through this video and explained the challenge, I really didn't spend much time on numbers and results and before and after. Look, here's a quick before and after, okay? Obviously, yes, it did change my body, but like I said, the point was not to focus on that transformation or focus on strength gains. The point is to focus on consistency, and all the other stuff, strength gains, physique transformation, is a side effect of that. So I'm really serious when I say to focus on consistency above all else, because I believe that in the long run, that is really the only thing that matters. You know what's great about this? Your physique doesn't lie about your exercise and health habits. So if I'm right about this theory, then it will be clear to see in another 100 days from now, in 200 days, in a year from now, and so on. Because the proof is in the pudding. Whether this is a habit that really sticks or not, like I said, the physique doesn't lie. You'll be able to see it. And I think that training consistently and following a simple training program is far more effective than doing the optimal, ideal, perfectly programmed exercise program, but not sticking with it. We can go into more details on the exact exercise programming and the results and all this kind of stuff in a separate video if there's interest in that. But the main thing here is making a habit that sticks. And like I said, the 5 things we laid out here are the most effective things you can do if you want to have an exercise habit and not give up a month or 2 or 3 in this time around. So, are you going to apply these tips to exercise or to a different habit? And also, if you have any questions or suggestions for other habit-related challenges that you think I should do, let me know by leaving a comment.
I think it's like day 24 or so, and yeah, I think we made good progress. I feel like we're at the point where we're actually making real progress, not just getting used to form anymore. So